I enjoyed listening to John Coltrane. I've always called him my mentor. I enjoyed listening to Coltrane, even those days when he was playing with, Miles. We're back in like 50, 51, something like that. And I kept listening to him on and off through the 50s. And I noticed that there was I felt there was a great genius in John's playing. Of course, his development and all was just blowing. And the thing is that I heard Train playing in 51. I heard Train playing in 53. I heard him playing in 55. And every time I heard him playing, I heard progress. I heard new things I heard another level of playing, another thing he was doing. I said, well, if I can listen to this genius and hear, and hear progress, I said, then I better just keep going at it, keep working at it, keep working at it. And of course, by 1960, when he came out with Giant Steps, I'll never forget that. Giant Steps was like, I've never seen anything like it since then. It was like a major news event. That was sort of the beginning for me, and not that I started improvising on the Giant Steps level, but the idea that I might just maybe be able to play jazz. And then I thought, well, I want to work on blues a little bit, so I got Les McCann. Okay, Les McCann. Now, I thought that he was you hear the blues element very strong in Oscar Peterson's playing, for example, the wonderful intervals and things like that. It's a color, and of course he has all that technique and all that stuff too. Les McCann was a very good person for me to move into because he really was coming from the church, and what he did was really blues and the churchy blues, and you couldn't get away from it. I learned to play blues because of listening to Les McCann. I owe that to him, and then all of a sudden, when I suddenly began to do that, then things began to be exciting for me, and then of course Oscar Peterson was an influence on me, and of course Bill Evans. I was very excited about Bill Evans because he brought something to jazz at that time in the late 50s and 60s that wasn't there before. Everybody was consumed with creating wonderful lines when they play, like a horn, and there's nothing wrong with that. Bill Evans brought a whole new awareness, a concept of an awareness of the piano that a lot of them are just overlooked. He seemed to his creative spirit seemed to be in the impressionistic school, that of like Ravel and Debussy. I would say more Ravel than Debussy, and so he brought beautiful impressionistic colors. He had the musicians began to listen and realize that there was more to just playing a line on the keyboard, that you could work with these special colors, and it was very special. So he was a big influence on me. So I mean, with Bill and with Les McCann and some Oscar Peterson and some Ahmad Jamal and things like that. Then I began to work on not that it was easy, but I found out. Then I was going to have to let Beethoven and Bach go. That I needed to go in playing and working on anything, because I wasn't going to be doing any concerts, and I decided that I was going to have to devote my talents and my time and my mind and my energy into this wonderful music we call jazz.